No matter how many times you read the scriptures in the Bible, something new can always be revealed. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 tells us, "These are the things God has revealed to us by His Spirit. The Spirit searches all things, even the deep things of God."
Hey friends, welcome back to Bible Revelations in Genesis chapter 20. And this is where God is instructing Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac. And if you've been following me up to this point during Bible Revelations, or even if you are familiar with the book of Genesis yourself, you know that it was not easy for Abraham and Sarah to conceive their son Isaac. But nonetheless, we're at the point of Genesis where God asked Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac. So where he had to go, Mount Moriah, was like a 3-day journey for him to go. But he was told to sacrifice his son. He walked the 3 days journey to get to where he had to go to build the altar to sacrifice his son. He placed his son upon the altar. He lifted up the knife. And then the angel called to him and told him to not hurt a hair on his son. So that reminded me, this whole revelation is really about sacrifice. Like, what are we willing to sacrifice? God already gave the ultimate sacrifice, which is his self in flesh, known as Jesus, the Son, who died physically on a cross for our sins. That was the ultimate sacrifice. And I don't believe God would ever ask us to have that sacrifice, to make that sacrifice. Even though like it was asked of Abraham, he still didn't have Abraham even carry through with that, right? So I think it's about God wanting to know that we have a true willing heart to sacrifice whatever we have to sacrifice to follow his will. So I guess the question is, what do you have to sacrifice? I know the question for me is, what is it that I have to sacrifice? The things that have to be sacrificed. Is it time? Is it money? Popularity? Is it freedom? Relationships? What is it that he may ask us to sacrifice in order to fulfill his will? And are we willing to make that sacrifice? And if he's not asking us to even begin to think of the sacrifice that he once asked of Abraham just to see if he was going to carry it out, he's not even asking that of us, then is he even really asking too much, whatever it is we might have to sacrifice to help fulfill his will, to be obedient? So what is it that we have to sacrifice? And are we willing to sacrifice it for God's greater good? Until we meet again, or if we never meet again, be blessed.